In this lecture, we are going to show that the covariant derivative of the metric tensor is 0. Now, let us take the first case, case 1. You consider Gij, the metric tensor, covariant metric tensor. So, we have to show that the Gij semicolon k is equal to 0. So, this is a covariant derivative. Semicolon means it's a covariant derivative. Now, in order to prove this one, using the definition of the covariant derivative of a tensor, you take a Gij semicolon k is equal to, if we use the definition, the first term will be the normal derivative Gij comma k. This is your normal derivative, and the second, this is your first term. Then, since it is a covariant derivative, you have to use a minus sign, and g, the first index must be replaced by a p, the dummy index pj, gamma. Since there is a p here, there must be a p here, so that the index, this is a dummy index, it will disappear during summation. This is j, so the remaining index is ik. So, now ijk, p is a dummy index. So, this is your second term, minus the third term is g. So, the first index is replaced by a dummy index. Now, here you put I, the second index must be replaced by a dummy index, gamma p, and this is jk. So, according to the definition, the covariant derivative may be expressed like this. Then, this is equal to Gij comma k minus Gpj. Now, let us express the Christoffel symbols of the second kind in terms of the first kind. So, for this, you put G, P, Q and IKQ. So, the Christoffel symbols of the second kind may be expressed in terms of the first kind by this, in this form. But then this is GIP. So, the Christoffel symbols of the second kind is expressed in terms of the first kind. This is G, P, Q, and this is J, K, comma Q. So, this is your next step. Now, let us evaluate. Now, what is this? GPJ, GPQ. So, this is a Kronecker delta because PP, here this is a QG. This is a Kronecker delta. We have already shown that this product, the inner product of these two, covariant metric tensor, this is a contravariant metric tensor, this is a Kronecker delta. Similarly, here this is a delta Qi, because we have already shown that the inner product of the two contravariant and covariant metric tensor, this is equal to Kronecker delta. Therefore, this is equal to G Ij comma k minus. Now, this is a non-vanishing term only when j is equal to q. So, here q must be replaced by j. This is only a non-vanishing term, ik comma j minus. Here the non-vanishing term is present only when q is equal to I. Therefore, this term becomes jk comma I. Now, let us take this term. Consider ik comma j plus jk comma I. This is equal to, now let us the Christoffel symbols can be expressed in terms of the derivative of the metric tensor, which is equal to, so if you expand this symbol, this is half into g I j comma k plus this is g kj comma I minus g ik comma g. So this first term is expressed in this form, and the second term is plus half, yes, plus half into g ji comma k plus g ki comma j minus g jk comma I. So now let us combine these two terms. Now here this is g minus g ik comma j. Here you g ki comma j, ki ik. So they are g ik is equal to g ki, say symmetric. So there is a negative sign here, there is a positive sign. So this term and this term gets cancelled. Similarly, minus g jk comma I, here g ki kj comma I, kj is equal to jk because this is symmetric with respect to these indices. So this and this gets cancelled. So finally you will have this is gij is equal to gji. Therefore here there is an half and this is a half. So once if you add, you will get the gij comma k. So these two term is this. So now substitute back, you will get this expression gij semicolon k is equal to gij comma k minus gij comma k. So this is 0. So gij, so the covariant derivative of the metric tensor is equal to 0. So this is so k according to the case, so we are finding the covariant derivative of the covariant metric tensor. So you can according to the definition. So this is equation 1 and equation 2 and this is equation 3 and this is equation 4 and this is equation 5. Case 2. Case 2 is you take gij, the contravariant metric tensor, and let us find the derivative. So you have to show. So show this expression. So for this now let us use the definition gij contravariant metric tensor, and if you find the covariant derivative of this one, this is equal to first term is the normal derivative gij comma k, then plus, and this is g, one index here, first index is replaced by a dummy index pj, then gamma, here there is a I, this is pk because p, so there this is a dummy index, it will disappear. Finally at the contravariant position you have indices ij, covariant position k is present, alright, because this p will disappear during summation. This is a dummy index. The third term is g, this is the first index, the second index must be replaced by the dummy index p. So this is gamma j and this is a p k. Now let us express these Christoffel symbols of the second kind in terms of the first kind. So this is G I J semicolon k is equal to, the first term is G I J comma k. This is G P J. Here this is a gamma G I Q P K Q. So the Christoffel symbols of the second kind is expressed in terms of the first kind. Here this is G I P. Here again G J Q and P K Q. So this is a Christoffel symbols of the second kind can be expressed in terms of the first kind. Then here you see PP, the two indices are repeated. So this is a dummy index. QQ are repeated. So there is a Q is also a dummy index. So P is a dummy index and Q is also a dummy index. A dummy index can be replaced by any other index. So it may be replaced, P may be replaced by any other index because it is a dummy. Q may be replaced by any other index. Now here for convenience, replace P by Q and replace Q by P, because since this is a dummy index may be replaced by any other index. Therefore this term becomes, so this is a G I J comma K first term, G P J, G I Q, P K comma Q, G I, so I P is replaced by Q and Q is replaced by P. So this is G J P, here also Q K comma P. Now here, now if you take the term, second term and third term, G I Q G P J. So this is symmetric. See, G J P or G J P, they are equal because they are symmetric with respect to trig indices. So this is a common term. So G I J comma K plus G P J G I Q is a common term. If you take is a common term, the remaining term is P K comma Q plus Q K comma P. Now this, what is this value? We have already established that. So by using the this expression, by that, because we have added to the Christoffel symbol the first two kind, you are getting the results. So using this same idea, this can be expanded in terms of the derivative of the covariant tensor. This is expression in terms of the derivative of the this metric tensor, covariant metric tensor. So by adding these two, by using this result, this may be expressed as G I J comma K plus G P J G I Q, and this is a G P Q comma K. So this is may be expressed, this term within the bracket may be expressed like this. So this is the G I J semicolon K. So this is equal to this expression. Now let us evaluate this expression. So in order to evaluate this expression, you consider the term. You consider GPJ, GIQ, GPQ, and you take the whole term. You take the normal derivative with respect to k. This is equal to GIQ, GPQ, and you take the derivative GPJ, k. Just normal derivative. You take find the derivative of the one factor keeping the other two constants, and you keeping this term constant, you have to find the derivative of the other. So you have three terms. This is one term. The second one is GPJ, GPQ, and GIQ, k plus GPJ and GIQ, GPQ, k. So that can be expressed in this way. What is this? The term this is equal to delta, because QQ, so this is delta IP. So this is the Kronecker delta IP. Here, what is this term? This is delta JQ. Therefore, this is equal to, only the non-vanishing value will be when P is equal to I. Therefore, this term becomes G, P must be replaced by I, Ij, k plus, now here the non-vanishing value will be only when J is equal to Q. So Q must be replaced by J. So this term again becomes G, Ij, k plus G, Pj, Giq, GPQ, k. So this is equal to 2 times this expression. 2 times Gij, k. Then yes, plus GPJ, GIQ, GPQ, k. So this term is equal to, actually yes, now here what is this one? If you combine this one, if you combine these two, this will be delta, because QQ, so this is delta IP. So the non-vanishing value will be P must be replaced by I. So this will be G, Ij, k. So the whole term, k, this is the normal derivative of the entire term, which is reduces to Gij, k. The right hand side, this is this expression. Therefore, this term GPJ, GIQ, GPQ, k. This term is equal to, you take this term the other side. So already there is one term. So this is 2 times this value. So this becomes minus of this value. So once if you find this one, this is minus Gij, k. So if we take this is equation 1 and this is equation 2 and this is equation 3 and this is equation 4, and finally you have equation 5. Now substitute this term in equation 4. So substitute equation 4 in 5. So substitute equation 5 in 4, we get that expression g ij semicolon k is equal to, the first term is g ij comma k, normal derivative of the contrarimetric tensor, and this term is equal to minus this expression, minus g ij comma k. So now this is 0. So you have an expression g ij semicolon k is equal to 0. So this is the equation 6. So we have two expressions. One is according to the case 1, g ij semicolon k, this is a 0, this is a covariant derivative of the covariant metric tensor, and g ij semicolon k is equal to 0 is the covariant derivative of the contravariant metric tensor, and this there is a special name for these two expressions. These two are called as Ricci lemma. So this result may be useful for further discussions. So this is a simple proof. Similarly, there is one more problem you can solve. Show that the covariant derivative of the Kronecker delta is 0. The question number 2 you can say, show that the covariant derivative of Kronecker delta is 0. That is, if you take a ij, if you take the covariant derivative, this must be 0. So in order to prove this one, you take this is a mixed tensor semicolon k, this is equal to, first term will be normal derivative delta ij comma k. The second term is, if you replace this index by a dummy index p, and this is j, and this is gamma, and this must be p, k here, and I must be here. Then here there is a index in the covariant position, so that must be replaced by a dummy index. So for here you have to use a negative sign, and this is the tensor is delta ip and gamma. Since this is p, it must be p because it must disappear. Then this is jk. Then the non-vanishing value will be it will only when p is equal to j, it is a non-vanishing term. So the first term is delta I j comma k. Here gamma p must be replaced by j, I j k, and here also the non-vanishing term is gamma p must be replaced by I, so I j k. So these terms gets cancels, both are equal and opposite. So the final term is this delta ij comma k. But what is delta ij? It's a Kronecker delta. This is independent of coordinates. This value, when you put a index I, j, various values of index, these values are independent of coordinates. And if we differentiate this with respect to a function of coordinate, this is actually you are differentiating with respect to the coordinate xk. So this is independent of coordinate. If we differentiate with respect to the coordinate, this will be 0. Therefore, delta ij, this is independent of coordinate. If we differentiate with respect to the coordinate, this will be 0. Therefore, delta ij semicolon k is equal to delta ij, this is a normal derivative, this is equal to 0. So this is another proof. Now here usually we are using comma for normal derivative. This is a comma. Some others use a single bar for normal derivative, single vertical bar, and a semicolon is used for covariant derivative. Some others use double bar to vertical bar. This is for the covariant derivative. So comma or single vertical bar is used for normal derivative. Semicolon or double vertical bar may be used for the covariant derivative.